Well, what's up, guys? Cody here today with a Zyra game, and this is a fucking long one. First issue is the fact that we have a Malphite jungle. I hate Malphite jungles. I say it every time I see one. It's like, why the hell would you go Malphite jungle when you could just go something like a Moo Moo? Moo Moo clears the jungle much faster and has just as good engage. Well, kind of. Malphite's a lot. Malphite is, just dive in and knock up everyone. But Mumu can stun someone and then has a larger AoE done. But it's harder to get that off. But honestly, I'd rather have a Mumu jungle Malphite. Malphite jungle just cannot clear well at all, and I see Malphite jungle's weight. So, a lot of what the laning phase is going to be is the usual Zyra poke lane. And unfortunately, it's gonna not really do much because mid and top are gonna feed. You see that we took out most of Ezreal's health there, and that's indicative of how this is gonna go. My job is to just literally burn down their health, just force them to back off. And it's gonna work, but it's the fact that like Malphite has no jungle, Malphite has no presence, and their Graves is gonna have a lot of presence, as we're gonna find out. So, you see how this is going for Zyra. Zyra is just Zyra this game was actually really good pick for me. Because a lot of times I can't really go Zyra. It doesn't really fit well because Zyra doesn't have utility for her team. She's just mainly damage. She's might as well be a mid laner in a support role, but she can't mid because all her trading is involved in like a 30, like you can't, like after you trade once as Zyra or attempt to trade, you can't do it for another 30 seconds. Which is because it takes like 15 seconds for your plants to recharge per seed. So what I've actually started doing is, normally I would max EQW. Now I'm starting to max EWQ. This is because your Q isn't really meant to be used to actually hit anybody. All your Q is used for in Zyra is to get the long range plants. If it hits somebody, that's great and all, but it's not necessarily all that important. So, maxing W lowers the cooldown, the recharge on your seeds, so you get more. Jinx is gonna do a poor job of, well, yeah, I think it's this game. Jinx does a poor job of knowing when Graves is coming and knowing how to position properly. It's gonna get frustrating because she's gonna die a few times. Like what happened there is gonna happen a few more times, I think. But it's kind of whatever at this point. You see that our Riven has lost her early game against the Poppy, and which means Riven's just completely useless. She is getting a few kills to make up for it again, but it doesn't really matter. We get a double kill down bot. Like I said, Zyra things. Said we were gonna win this, but as you can see, Malphite hasn't really done much. He is trying to do something, but it's just not really doing much of anything. And I just, like I said, if he was any other jungler, he'd be able to play a lot more pressure early on because he'd be able to clear better. Talon walks up and gets his ass killed. Malphite comes in and just dies as well. And then Riven's over here, a warded bush, and just Disaster. This whole game is just a disaster waiting to happen. However, I am gonna make a play to help get us back in it, but then it's gonna end up being a failure. So Talon comes bot, but just doesn't end up doing anything. And it's really obvious something's going on here because Thresh, went in on us. And Poppy TP'd in and helped get the kill on Jinx. However, they ain't gonna kill me. Yeah. I thought the Talon was gonna survive there, but they ain't gonna kill me, and we're gonna almost kill Poppy. I don't think we end up killing her. She gets away. Or, never mind, Malphite, Suicide Sword. Now I'm just trying to get away from this Jace, and that was a really good flash from Jace. I would've, because my thought is oh, I can just E him right there. And he flashes over my E, so, that was really good on his part. There was nothing I could do about that. He played that perfectly. And there was no outplay for me there. The best thing I could have done would have been to have just backed off there, because I didn't know Malphite was gonna try and suicide for the frickin' Poppy, and I had no idea what he was doing, really. I knew he was trying to get Poppy, but I didn't think he was gonna go that far. Die for it. It's whatever. So, I get a death, and Jace getting ahead is not cool. However, Jace is not building tier, so he is gonna fall off harder than what he normally would. Riven getting killed, Talon getting caught out, even though I did ping that Thresh was missing. So it's not like it was that big of a surprise that Thresh was there. Fortunately, Thresh is the one that gets the... I have no idea what the hell Jinx is doing here. So she was just kind of standing back doing nothing while we were on the damn tower. By the way, I should note that the enemy has a trio, at least. And my team has at least a duo. And I'm starting to, looking at this now, knowing that the enemy had a trio, I would not be surprised if another person on our team, because you can tell by the names that Jinx and Talon were duoed. But they all sucked. My Q there was really bad of me. I thought he was going to walk up and he didn't. And now, since that's gone, I have, no defense mechanism. I have no way of, if they try to go in on us, to back off. They're gonna end up getting kills on all of us, and the whole thing is just getting really bad. Malphite, for whatever reason, chases so goddamn far, and doesn't leave. What the fuck are you doing, mate? So, that was just a big pile of ass. Yeah, this game is going really bad. However, we do get a tower, we do kill Thresh. We are getting something out of it. For whatever reason, Poppy TP's in, and we just kind of use everything to get them off of us. I do die, and Jinx really could have had him. Because she did have her Farsight, but she didn't use it. So, yeah. She could have had him. Instead, she doesn't get him, and yeah. Whatever though, because we are, like I said, we are getting something out of this. It's not completely end of the world. We do have a better team fight than them. Jace is gonna fall off relatively hard. Yeah. It's gonna be on me to carry the team. Because, as you see, no one is building MR yet. Thresh isn't even building a locket. He's building towards his Talisman of Ascension. Even though I already have a Haunting Guise, which means I'm gonna be doing true damage to pretty much everybody. So, nobody having MR is really good for me. And people don't have MR because it's like, okay, it's just a Malphite. That's not really that big of a deal. The Malphite jungle, who the fuck cares? Here I'm just completely out of position here. Trying to help the Malphite, not thinking about my own positioning, and I just get stuck between the wall. But no one has any MR, which means I'm gonna be dealing a shit ton of damage. And they're not gonna get any MR until it's really, you know, until the damage has already been done. Because of course, you know, I'm dealing pretty much the most damage this game. So, at this point, we're trying to look for ways to get back this 9 death deficit that we have. Because we are up in towers, however, not so much in the gold department because of those 9 deaths. So, we burn so much for a fucking Thresh. Don't get them. And that, disappointing to me, but... Our team goes and gets Dragon, which is not the best of ideas because of the fact that, you know, we lost a damn tower for it. I'm a bit too far up there. I have to flash away from the Poppy. And we're gonna lose another tower because of a really shitty engage from our team. So, a lot of what I have to be doing in this game is making sure that the team knows what the fuck they're supposed to be doing, and making sure I do like good calls. Since that's really the only goddamn way I can carry this team is by shot calling for it. But it's really hard to do that when I'm not the person that's supposed to be engaging. I want people to be in places that I'm already at, and a lot of times they don't want to listen because they're a fucking trio or duo or whatever. Right here, Malphite doesn't have Cinderhulk. He has Runic Echo, so that way he can do damage, but you know that's not really doing us any good this game. Because he's dying faster than he's dying faster than he can get resistance. Also, he doesn't really have any health item. And he got Merc Treads this game, which I would not have recommended, but I guess it's okay to have, so that way he has a little bit of MR. Because Ezreal, Thresh, and Poppy's Sunfire is gonna deal some magic damage, so I guess it's okay, but it's not optimal. Which is one of the good things about this game, is that we only really have to build MR or armor for them. We don't have to worry about anything else, which helps us a lot. It means that, you know, a full AD team, you can win against by just letting the game go really long. Because everyone gets to stack armor up. So, at this point, we're wasting our time trying to find engage on them. I use my ult really shitty. In a really shitty location, and we don't get anything for it. However, Poppy does use her ult, so it's not like it was that bad. However, our team gets caught out and dies. And you can probably hear the dog in the background. Oh, you can't. Okay. Well, you might be able to. I don't know. Dog's barking. Dog is barking at the mailman that's outside. So everyone dies, and it looks like we're gonna lose this game because my team's a bunch of idiots. Jinx is 6 and 5, Talon 5 and 8, Riven 2 and 7, Malphite 4 and 9, me 3 and 4. So I wonder who's carrying. But this is the big play, guys. Okay, never mind. I hit the wrong button. Okay, I hit the wrong button. Okay, this is a big play. First off, Jace is being stupid, and I steal with a KS with an auto, not necessarily meaning to. Okay, never mind. I do steal Baron in this game, but it was not this one. I was gonna say I was gonna steal Baron, but that didn't happen. Thought it was this one. Whatever. But Talon goes in a fucking 1v4 and gets his ass killed. We're just trying to survive at this point. There's literally our only hope is to just wait out Baron and get the next one. Be getting Baron, be getting picks in this game. We do get Dragon though. We do get Fire Drake. So that's helpful for us. And the enemy doesn't really get the best of fights here. And we do get some damage off. However, Jinx is way too far forward. Poppy gets caught up by Poppy, and then everyone just kind of gets caught out, and then it's just me again. Wow, would you look at that? Talon goes in, which is really good. Goes in, flash ults. I think he flashed. Probably not. I don't know. Gets kills, and then everyone is way too far forward, including me, and we die. I still have the least deaths on my team, though, so still carrying. This team is just a bunch of idiots. You see, people are so far up by themselves, and it's like, honestly, at this point, it's like I was ready to surrender. I was like, there's no way we can. There's no way I can help this team. But, you know, we get a kill on Jace, and we're still in it. So, it's not the end of the world. Plus, like I said before, oh, AD. Oh. So, we still have a chance. But the game's gonna go on for another freaking 15 minutes almost. And this one is wearing me out, because originally I was recording this, but it was just, It was long, too. It's a 46-minute game. I'm not really gonna put that up online, because that's, you know, it just wouldn't get as many views. I can do this instead. Malphite gets a good ult off, and then I thought notice real fast. I'm gonna pause here. Just real fast, I have like 4 plants that haven't been activated yet. I thought I queued them, but apparently I didn't queue them. And because of that, my DPS in that fight was so much less than what it could have been. Which is very unfortunate. You see, I get the queue off afterwards, but by then it's too late. And had I gotten that queue off, it would have been a completely different story. Since I didn't, though, we lost more people. Would we have still lost that fight? Maybe. Hard to say. However, I do get the Ezreal killed. And we do get Thresh and Poppy caught under tower because apparently they thought they could tower dive us. Doesn't quite happen for them. So, Baron is now up, and I'm like, okay, they're gonna be at Baron, guys, so we have to kind of stop that. And I'm pinging people like, hey, Baron. Because we killed Jace, they back off of it. However, we're fighting in the jungle. Malphite doesn't have ult. Talon just used his. We really shouldn't be fighting anymore. We don't have, like, the only tools that we have is Riven's ult and my ult. My ult's useful in the jungle, but it's not gonna do anything for me if, you know, everyone's already dead and can't do anything. Riven was at half health, it just wasn't gonna happen. And I'm actually forced to flash ult to get away from this. So, this is where I make an amazing play, and then my team goes and throws what I did. So, right here, we're trying to stop them from getting this. And friggin' Talon's getting himself killed. He's forced to ult to get away, but he's still gonna end up dying anyways. Riven is off here, even though we know they're on Baron. Jinx is walking up way too far here, and I'm in the spot that we're all supposed to be, back behind Baron. Okay, because no Riven yet. Talon's low, okay, here. But I go in there, my plants or something, I don't know what did it, but I still Baron. And then Riven's gonna go and get herself killed. Jinx is like, oh, I can fight by myself. And of course she walks right up into the Graves and dies. And then Talon dies from the Graves ult as well. So, you know, we got Baron, but now me and Riven are the only ones with it. And then Riven tries to fight in a 1v2! Because she, like, what the fuck are you doing? So now it went from we lost two people, but they lost 2 people as well, and we got Baron too. I'm the only one with Baron. Because our team's a bunch of faggots and has no idea to just sit back. We got Baron, just run, leave it be. The team doesn't understand that. We're gonna try to get Elder here, and they get it, so that's kind of like key for us to not fight them. However, because we had a Malphite and everything, it ended up working out pretty well. If they had done that better, because we had like we were becoming lower. We were lower than what we were lower than them from the Elder Drake, so they could have easily had won that if they just had fought better. But yeah, it's pretty much over by now. I had Baron. I probably should have been with the team still. So as to help you know, with Baron, we would have minions with Baron buff to help out, but that's not what happened. I wasn't really thinking about it. Poppy ults me away, and we still get her. And then, freaking Talon trying to chase a goddamn Graves. The team just doesn't understand the fact that it's a fucking Graves. To not do any of that shit. Riven TP's in from the back and ends up getting a kill, but gets herself killed on the process anyways. So it doesn't really matter. And I see, you know, that base is getting overrun here shortly, so I back off. Because if the push here didn't go well, which as you can see, it's not going well. Would it, if I was there, would it have made a difference? Potentially, but not really, because Malphite didn't have his ult or anything, so it just didn't make a difference. Jinx is still fighting when she has no. Had that gone bad, we might have lost this turret, or at least it would have taken like half of its health. So I didn't want that. I do have an elixir of sorcery though right now, so I'm gonna be doing a lot of damage to these turrets. As you see, I hit it; it did like at least 20% of its health. Yeah, I am. Excuse me. Yeah, I'm still alive. I'm still the one carrying this fucking team. I'm still the one that knows what's going on. I know right now that if we get Baron, it's a free win. That's all we need to do is just get Baron, and it's a free win. We get Baron, we get a clean Baron, then it's over. Because we get Baron and we just run it. We just all go bot and push bot, and they can't do anything to stop. However, that's not what's gonna happen though. I don't know why. But that's not. The enemy team is kind of all grouping up here. we have a ward in there. We know what they're doing, and yeah, we're we're trying to find somebody out here, but not really happening. We're just trying to find like because we should be getting Baron, but we want to kill one of them first to make it safer. We should have been baiting them at Baron though. What happens though is we catch somebody out and we kill them all pretty much, or we kill enough of them, and that forces the enemy to surrender. So this was a long ass game, but I have to say I really think B getting that Baron, B stealing that Baron was really really crucial to making sure that we didn't lose. Thank you all for watching. I know this was long. I'm tired too. Hope you enjoyed. Remember to like and subscribe if you did. And see y'all at the next one. Thanks.